Hello again, and welcome back to the Card Mat. Right, those that seen the performance, you know what this is. Yes, the tutorial for it. The little trick I put up at Halloween. Right, nice little effect. Right, for it you need 2 card boxes. It goes without saying since, well, you've seen the performance, you know what happens. If you didn't see the performance, I'll leave a link in the description box below. I'll let you go and see what I've done. Right, you can see I've got my little lady, my little temptress of terror, seductress of pain. Yeah, you need a force card. I used my little lady, right? Because obviously you're using a force card because you're using a double, right? And that is in here, right? Now, I've used one with a blank back, right? If you haven't got one with a blank back, cover it with a piece of white paper or a white piece of cardboard, and I'll give it a white back. You can use a genuine card, but it means gimmicking your box up. So you've got a little trap wall that's hiding behind. When you show the inside, you'll knock a little trigger. That'll release, it'll drop down, and then you'll be able to get to that, right? But I'm not going into how to build one of them now, right? You have that. You have invisible thread. Can you just see invisible thread at the bottom? Stuck down with a bit of invisible tape, which isn't so invisible when you're looking at it that close. Right, you have that sitting inside one of your boxes, right? Work out how far apart you're going to have your boxes, right? Your thread, once you've stuck it onto that one, oops, I'll just show you this. It goes on the bottom third, then you have it curling underneath the card, so it comes right the way back up on the front of the card. So that piece of thread has gone from here to here, all the way up, and now it's coming out of the box, right? On the other end of it, wow, that was clever. On the other end of it, I have stuck a magnet and coloured it in black to match me mat, right? So I've got a little magnet stuck to the other end. And I say this thread will go to the top of there, come back down and come up about a third in that box. You want to make sure that your boxes don't move. I'm using a black mat. You probably didn't see them, but I've got 2 drawing pins sticking through there, or if you're in America, 2 thumbtacks. And I've got 2 over this side. And they are measured perfectly for the length of my thread. It's just to stop the boxes moving when you're moving the cards in, right? Otherwise the box will just go like that. On your force card, what I've done is I've used some invisible tape on top of a magnet. I did colour it in, but during the performance it wiped off. So I thought I'll leave it off and she'll be able to see it. Yeah. Use a lot less tape than what I have, because at the end you can always peel the tape off, take the magnet away and hand your card out. I can't do that, there's too much on. I had nobody to hand it out to. I wasn't bothered. Right, or you can strip the card a bit and put a little shim of metal in, tin, magnetic, right? A Tango can, if you're in England, they are great. Tango, you know the one. You've been tangoed, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, one of them. Stick a bit of that in, peel the front and back off, punch a hole through the cardboard, glue one side back down, put your little shim in, glue the other side back down. Robert's your father's brother. And you've got a little shim inside, right? Now, because I've got the magnet on the top, I can cut that into the middle, because it's going to give me a natural break, because the magnet is stuck on the top of the queen. So there is a break there. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a break. I'll show you from that side. There you can see it better. Why it's better from that side, I don't know. But there's a little break there for me. If you're using a shim, you just have to force that card. Whatever way you want to do it, whether or not you want to do the cut deeper force or a classic force or a riffle force. Choice is yours, there's millions of them. Because mine's like this, I can give it a shuffle. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. But before I do any of that, you show your boxes. I nearly forgot. Now, if you've got the little trigger part, you can just pick the box straight up and show it like that, then knock your little trigger and the things will fall down and everything's set. If you didn't like me with a card with a blank back, pick the box up. Oh, hang on. Pick the box up and bring your opposite hand in and put it over the circle and pull that card across and let it drop as you start showing the box is empty. Yeah. Then as you're putting it down, make sure it's turned away from them before you let go of that card for it to drop back down onto the bottom, and you're putting it in place, right? Making sure that that thread stays coming through that half moon. Do the exact same moves with this one to show that this one's empty. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. And you can put that down, right? Then you shuffle your packet and do whatever you want to do, and you force that card onto them. If, like me, you've got it with a magnet on the top, as soon as you cut the packet, bring your hand in just to cover that magnet so it's not seen. Pick it up from that and turn the card lengthways over because you want the magnet now away from you. Right? We'll put them there. Put the magnet on. Put the card on top of that magnet. Now it's going to make a click when it hits, so you have to do some kind of a distraction or do it very quickly so it doesn't make too much of a noise. Right? So you've put it there. You can then get rid of your packet. Now you've stuck the magnet up there, and the thread is supposed to be in the bottom third, so you'll pick it up from this side. Turn it so the bottom third is this side, obviously. Stretch it across the box, and that way the thread will go in that half moon where you want it. Now when you're putting the card in, don't have it lying flat, because your finger will naturally hit the lip over there. It will. Oh, if you're not using pins like what I done, double-sided sticky tape on the underside of your box. So I'll just take that back out a minute. On the underside of your box, double-sided stick tape. So when you're putting the box down, you can just give a bit of pressure just for that box to stick. Otherwise, when you're moving the card, the box is going to go like that. And they're going to get closer and closer together, and then it's not going to work. No. So if you're not using thumbtacks, double-sided tape, and I say keep hold of the card, don't lie it down. You can get back in there, thank you. And when you get it so far, you will feel it start to get. You will feel the tension. You will. Not much, but there will be some, right? And when you get to that point, just sort of like flick the card in, so it all goes into the box. You don't want any bit left sticking out, and that one will naturally fling out to this side. And you pick that one up and you do the same thing. You can just feel it getting tight, a little flick, and this comes out this side. Now this one you can take out, bring to the middle, put your thumb over the back, and turn over to show. It's just a normal card. You need your thumb over because you got your magnet there. Bring it back across the box, put it back in, and go. If you want to, you can do it nice and slow. Go watch. I'll do this slow. As long as you make sure you push that queen all the way in. Again, you can pull this one out and bring it to the front. If you're doing it like me, you can't show the back. If you're using the flap, you can show the back of this one, so it's a regular queen. Put it back in, shoof, it comes back out to this side, right? Now this is the side you can clean up. You'll pick it up, I'll do this over the box so you'll see what's happening. You pick it up, you bring your hand in and you just give a little knock on that magnet, just so that magnet drops off. And then, if you're only using a bit of tape, you can peel that tape off into your hand and pass that card out for inspection, and they won't find nothing. Right? So you'd pull that out, you get it over, you'd knock that magnet off onto your black surface, you'd peel your tape off, you'd hand it out for inspection, they won't see nothing. If you've got a shim in it, as soon as you've knocked the magnet off, you can pass it straight out. If you've got a shim in it, you don't even have to knock the magnet off, you can just grab it in your hand. So it's in there now. And there's nothing left looking on the table, and they can examine that. They don't examine your boxes. If you let them examine that one, they'll want to examine that one. They cannot examine that one, because inside that one, if I pull this magnet, there's a queen. So they can't examine that, so don't let them examine that. they can only examine that. Unless you can palm that card out of the box. Have a look at that. And you've got the dirty in your hand. Yeah. Then you can do it. Otherwise, there we go. That's all I can tell you on doing that, because that's all there was to doing that. Well, that's the pin. I'll have to remember to take these bloody things out. Yeah, they won't have here, so I stick my hand on them. I hope you enjoyed that anyway. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.